Hey guys, what's up? Abby here. I am in Safari Pedals headquarters with...
Noam?
Yes, and we are going to be, well, in celebration of the release of Noam's mastering console,
Yes.
as here on the screen, and big picture here. We both thought that it would be fun to do a little mastering deep dive since your origin story is kind of mastering engineer.
Yeah. Mastered thousands of songs. Yeah, it's probably like my favorite part of audio is mastering.
Let's start with, okay, the plugin is out. Let's go back. This is based off of your 1-out-of-1 hardware mastering console. So, like, what got you to, like, want to build the hardware? What was important for you as a mastering engineer? And then how did, like, the plugin transpire from that?
Good question. So I had a bunch of outboard that I was using, but there was no kind of centralized place to connect everything to. And then also, when you're doing mastering, you're essentially like adding like very, very final touches on things. So you need something that's like very, very precise. At the time, I was kind of using some of the hardware gear that I had to do those tasks, but it wasn't 100% what I was kind of aiming for. So I would do a combination of that and plugins. And I had this idea of like, what if I design kind of my dream of what a hardware mastering console would look like? Because there's various, mastering consoles out there. Most of them do routing, but not a lot of sound processing. But I wanted mine to do a whole bunch of sound processing because I didn't want to only use plugins when it comes to like high pass filter, low pass filter, and MS processing. So that's kind of where the idea came in. I actually worked very closely to a super talented hardware developer called Simon, who helped me with kind of figuring out how the routing would go and how everything would work. It took about like a year and a half of like hard work of like testing and figuring out exactly which parts of hardware to put into the console. And some people, or most people don't know this, but it's all tubes inside. So the input gain is a tube preamp, and the saturation filters are tube saturation. So it definitely has a sound. And what I was aiming for is like something that you can put on a master, and just by turning it on, it immediately does something cool to the sound.
Why was it important for you, one, to turn it into a plugin, and two, there are some added features in the plugin version. What was important for you to have in there as well?
Yeah, so I wanted to make it a plugin version because honestly, everyone was like commenting about the hardware piece. So I was actually pretty surprised when I realized that like every video that we release, there's like a comment or a few comments of people saying like, what is that thing? It appears that a lot of people would want something similar to that in their workflow. So I thought, why not, make a plugin out of it? At first, I wasn't sure if we could recreate the sound of it because it's a lot of textures and it's very kind of, on one hand, subtle, but on the other hand, definitely has a specific sound and character to it. It took some time to model, but I think we've done a very good job with making the plugin version. In general, my mind is always going to like, what else do I like? What else could I like dream of, or what would be cool? So when I built the analog one, I was like, what could be cool with the analog piece? Now with the plugin, I was like, what could be cool in plugin format that I can't do in an analog piece? And there were two things. One, I really wanted a de-esser. There's like this whole thing with de-essers in mastering. It's really, really hard to find a de-esser that's like subtle enough to use on a master. So I have a few plugins, but the thing is like you want to also have it in the chain of the processing. So you want the de-esser to come like before the clipper and after the EQ. And if I would have built it without the de-esser, I would only be able to put it before or after the whole chain.
Got you.
So that's why I kind of sneaked it into the plugin, because I was like, I wish I had this in an analog format. And then number 2 is the blend knob, which I think is really cool, which also took some time to like figure out how to make it flawless, because it's quite difficult. Yeah, those are like the 2 kind of main added features that the plugin has and the hardware doesn't.
Should we mention that everything bundle owners get a special discount?
Oh, yeah.
Also, okay, so I'll sneak that in. So I'll also mention it's part of the All Access Pass, and if you're an Everything Bundle owner, you get a special discount code for the release. So if you were thinking about getting the Everything Bundle, there's lifetime discount codes whenever we have a release. So yeah.
Do it.
Enjoy. And heck yeah, dude, I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, it's a really exciting release. And to everybody out there, make sure to keep commenting on stuff, because this is the creation of, seeing all the comments and thinking of like what people want. So tell us what you want.
Yes, if you comment hard enough, the second I said that, it shut off. That's crazy. If you comment hard enough, it might actually swoosh out into reality. So
if you comment, we shall build.
Also, I just want to add on that note, if you're part of the All Access Pass, we have a private Discord server where we take plugin requests, ideas. So if that's something that really interests you, I suggest joining and we can converse about it further. Heck yeah. So until next time, we'll catch you.
Until next time, we'll catch you next time.
Until next time, we'll catch you next time. Yeah.